What up? This the What Up Cuz podcast. We back again. It's been a while, but we back again. We're gonna discuss numerous of topics. Uh, so we're gonna discuss Coach Malone firing, Marvin Sapp finessing $40,000, and young schoolers dying. I want to give a quick shout out to all our listeners and our future sponsors. If you want to sponsor the What Up Cuz podcast, just DM us and we'll discuss uh, what we can do. Uh,
Okay.
make it worth while for both of us. Neek and Kendall, what's going on?
Man, something. Try to find me a Red Bull around here somewhere.
Red Bull, man. Too late for that.
Look, I'm gonna say heart ain't gonna be no good.
hey, hey, tell me why they fired Denver coach Michael Malone,
Bruh,
even after
bruh.
winning. But they won the championship, 2023, 2 years ago.
That man, that man must been sleeping around something. Man was slept with somebody's wife or something.
Like why? Because I saw that on ESPN or alert came to my phone. I'm like, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Why they fired him for? Yeah, I thought he was a decent coach.
He was doing pretty good.
A lot of people been saying that it probably was some stuff that happened in the locker room or
Yeah,
and what's that Shaq or somebody else said that's what they hate about the young generation now. A lot of them get butt hurt quick and
yep,
they want to call for the coach firing. And
yep.
everything's a copycat. It's a copycat league. So
Mm-hmm.
if one team do it, all the other teams gonna do it. So
Yeah, it's weird, man.
I
I
I, I don't I didn't understand why they fired. I want a Denver Nuggets fan, but I don't understand why they would fire him. Like, you think Jokic said something?
they said it was they said it was some rumors that he would be harsh on the other players, but when Jokic and Murray would mess up, they wouldn't say anything to them. So it was like they were getting that preferential treatment, like they were getting that.
Don't all the stars get that?
I mean, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
They
I
said
mean, but I
somebody he
guess
played.
go ahead.
They said somebody he played more of the younger players. That's what I'm reading. He played a lot more of the younger players and stuff like that. They said they started having disagreements once they won the NBA championship with the front
Mm.
office and stuff. I'm like, damn.
Look, I heard that, I heard the opposite, Junior. I heard that they was mad because he was playing Russell Westbrook late in games instead of like one of the younger guys, one of the younger drafted guys. So they was having disagreements about that. And I'm like, but all that stuff hit the fan. You know what I'm saying? Once he up out of there.
Exactly. Cause they was saying they was looking at some of the players on the sideline. Cause I think they had a losing streak as of recent, right?
Yeah, they was on a 4 game losing streak.
4 game losing streak recently, and they said they were looking at some of the players on the sidelines, and I guess the front office didn't like that. I think they were just an excuse for them to get rid of him.
Yeah,
And they want to get rid of him before the playoffs, just in case he make a run in the playoffs, and it'd be
that is
hard to
correct.
fire him.
Yeah.
So I think that's the reason there. To me, that's BS. But hey, well, I guess it's politics everywhere. Politics in the game too now. So
Yep.
that's what
Yeah.
it is.
Sound like he probably got a bonus if they made a playoffs or something like that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
They
Malone,
fight.
I believe old Malone he gonna get a job. So I wouldn't even worry too
Oh, for
much.
sure. For sure.
He gonna get a job. Y'all think Jokic should win MVP, or he not gonna get it?
Hmm. I ain't even gonna lie.
Everybody says Shea gonna get it.
I ain't gonna lie. Shay gonna get it only because the voters get tired of voting for the same person so many times.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm keeping it 100, I think Jokic deserve it. Cause
They always deserve it.
yeah,
Cause
cause
somebody go ahead.
that man been playing out of his mind, bro.
Somebody said we gonna say it like that, maybe reverse. I ain't gonna say reverse that, but somebody said when the voting, a lot of times yogurts don't get as good of a praise because we don't see them as us, as mean as we can't relate to them.
All right,
Uh,
which is kind of
you
weird,
know,
but
what they trying to say. Most black people watch basketball, but it's multicultural. But that's what they basically saying. Say we
yeah.
can't relate to him, and that's why he don't get as much of a
Hmm.
he got much of a bigger fan base in the United States versus everywhere else.
So they basically saying black people racist. That's what they saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
what they say. You
essentially
know, they can't say it like that. That's basically what they
right.
say. But
Mm.
I see these. This is average Kendall 30, 12.8, 10 assists.
That's crazy.
God.
That's crazy, man.
Ooh. Yeah, you right, Kendall. He deserved that. If I see
Yeah,
these numbers, I gotta look at Shea numbers in a second. But based off these numbers here, it should be a shoe in. Based off these numbers here.
yeah, but you know they like that new blood. Excuse me, they like that new blood. So
Yeah, I can
they
see that, Kendall,
gonna.
because they
Hmm.
looking at Shea as he gonna be he a younger guy, like you said.
Yeah,
If they consider him trying to be the face of the league now,
yeah, because like he the only one that ain't really been in no trouble. Like he the only one that ain't been in the headlines. Because if you think about it, like you see Anthony Edwards been in the headlines for all
headline.
the wrong reasons. Like you know, you see all them other guys. John Morant can't stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
Zion
they try to give it
Williamson.
to both of them.
Yeah, Zion Williamson can't stay on the court. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like they
Mm,
messing up. So, but if you think about Shea, like you hadn't heard anything about him, and then plus he got a fashion to him. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he don't get in no trouble. So you know
basically
why
just
not? Why not him?
basically just play basketball, do what he's supposed to do, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Do what he's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just I just started noticing this year, I'm just getting back in the NBA like that for real. I'm just
Yeah,
started noticing this year.
he been killing for a while. That's why the Clippers, been taking so much heat because they traded him to the Thunder for Paul George. You see what Paul George doing now. So
Uh-oh, Neat. Uh,
I see
Neat,
it.
what you got to say about that, Neat?
Man, I haven't watched basketball in forever.
man, just look, Paul George, he had a
I was,
bad year this year.
I was trying to figure out who Shea was for a second. Like, hold on, let me see.
Neat. I
Got
ain't
an
know
idea.
before this year. That says a lot, Neat. Like, even though I'm getting more back into NBA now as versus a couple years ago, but I still don't know half of these players now.
Mm-mm.
That's another question to raise. Like, why is that?
He
To
been
the
hooping for a
majority.
while.
Mhm. So yeah. Before we move on, I just thought of that question. Is there Kendall thing in the NBA now as the new player? Is there a household name of any of these NBA players that you know now? A household name meaning you probably know what I mean, but I just want to tell the fans. Household name
Mhm.
meaning if nobody, all right, we think of a person in a white lady in Phoenix, Arizona that never watched no NBA basketball. She see this person, she
Mhm.
know who this person is. That's a household name. It's
Okay.
a new NBA player that you see that could be a household name now coming up.
Mm. Probably Anthony
I,
Edwards if you take that
yeah,
next step.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, yeah, I was gonna say Anthony Edwards would be that, but he got to stay out the headlines for the wrong reasons though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? They just
Got
because my bad, Nick. If you think about it, like LeBron set the mold. Like this man done. He ain't been in no. He ain't had no bad headlines besides like stuff he might have said in the media or something like that. But like it ain't been no law involved with anything that he's done. So he kind of set the standard. So like when you got these players that's doing what they're supposed to do, but then when they get with any kind of issues with not just the police, but just like law with like court and all that stuff, it's a problem. So I think
Mm.
Anthony Edwards can do that, but since he ain't doing it, I believe they gonna mold Shea to do it. Like I've been watching Shea play since he been in the league. He cold. What I will say is that give it a few more, give it a year or two. He definitely gonna be a household name.
Yeah, as far as I see now, I like O'Shea though.
Yeah,
I like
it's kind
O'Shea.
of weird though. It's like I don't know if you ever gonna have another player to be a household name like that. I mean, as
Right,
far as
right.
basketball wise on the court, Anthony Edwards he can do it. But if
Yep.
you think about like all the people that been the face, they've been like people that been like the spokespersons somewhat for the league
Mm-hmm.
also.
Mm-hmm.
Like you look at LeBron, they always ask him stuff outside of basketball and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Kobe,
right.
Shaq, players like that, Michael Jordan, they always got questions asked outside
Mm-hmm.
of basketball. I don't know if you can ask any upcoming player questions and stuff like that.
I like that
They
perspective,
good on
Nick.
the court.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. If Anthony Harris get more mature,
I mean,
I
that's how you become a household name, not just because of
Right,
basketball.
right.
is that right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Mm.
because I can't see a player now besides like Kellen say they're gonna make say that person. Like Anthony Harris, yeah, if he stay out of trouble, but they young, got that money like that, so it's kind of hard. You have to have a another person that they respect. They respect.
But
And then
the
again, he might not even want it. He might not want all that
right,
light on him, Ain't no telling what he
right.
got
Mhm.
going on.
And then to
Yeah.
piggyback on what y'all said, like you got to think about like what y'all said about like the way these kids are now. Like every time something go wrong, what I'm saying, they want to complain to the front office about it. So it's like if you gonna be the face of the league, like you can't have the like if you always trying to get coaches fired. Now I know LeBron may have been marked for doing that, but he did it to where it wasn't outspoken. Like he was pulling strings, but he was definitely pulling strings behind the scenes that you couldn't confirm that he was
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
doing it. But these players, what I'm saying, they're so outspoken these days. I mean, as well as they should be, but that's another thing that's gonna make it hard for them to be the face of the league, if just like their attitude and how they act.
Yeah. You'll
Yeah.
have one, but how we know the face of the league has been, it's gonna change a lot because
Yep,
Steph Curry and LeBron James, they the last ones.
yep.
Yeah. You're right. All right. Let's move to the NFL. What's going on with Tyreek Hill involved in a domestic dispute with his wife?
Yeah.
Lord have mercy, man.
Y'all know what went on about that?
The man take too many hits. That's what
Mm-mm.
I'm chalking up to. That's
All right,
usually how that go.
according to Center Isles Beach Police report, officers
Mm.
responded to a call from Hill's mother-in-law, who told them Hill was very aggressive and impulsive, that she was afraid for her daughter. According to Hill's mother-in-law, Hill and his wife, whatever their name is, got into an argument and threw her laptop to the floor before grabbing a 4-month-old daughter and heading to the balcony of their 35th floor apartment.
Oh, he tripping.
Oh yeah, that sound like he took too many hits.
And they
Yeah.
and they
Shut up,
saying he
Steve.
been and
No, for real. That sound like he got some brain damage going on.
they
Yeah.
and they saying him and his wife been going to counseling as of lately. And he came home, sat on the couch, talked about counseling, and they got in an argument, and it led from there.
That's that CTE, man.
Cause this 6 months later, he had got in that police altercation,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and then we had a little take on it. Well, we were telling the truth though.
Mm-hmm.
That man did everything wrong in that situation. But
That's what I'm telling people, he did everything wrong. And I'm on our side, like,
Right.
hey, he did everything wrong. Come on now.
Come on, man.
Come on, you got to think now.
You know what I'm saying?
he going out like what dude name that walked off of the field? He was a receiver.
Antonio Brown.
Yep.
Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown. That's crazy.
Sound like he going out the same way.
Mm-hmm. They gonna keep on. They gonna keep on. They gonna make them guardian caps mandatory.
Oh, yep.
Jordan,
Let's keep it in, huh?
speaking of NFL, Kelly, I think you're right. I think your boy might go to sad to say, but I think he might go to the Raiders.
Go to my Milrow.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. If they put the right coaching staff around, I'm sorry, Jimmy. I'm sorry, Jimmy.
I feel bad for Brock Bowles.
Man, I forgot Neek was on here. I forgot Neek was on here. Lord,
man just had a career rookie season in the NFL.
Brett, we're gonna have to continue this another time.
That man gonna be demanding a trade in his second season. And they gonna have to hear him out.
Go ahead, Kim.
Now I was gonna say, man, I think if they put the right people around here, he just gonna have to fall in the right situation. But I also think I wouldn't mind seeing. Lord, I wouldn't mind seeing him in New Orleans. I think the Giants would be a good spot. I think the Rams would be a good spot. Like
my thing is, they gotta be joking. Like the game was too fast for him in college.
Right. Agreed.
In the NFL, like triple that speed, you know.
Right, but I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember Russell Wilson's first year. Like, like everything was moving too fast for him too. But like the Seahawks ain't really have no. They ain't really.
But
have
he knew
no
how to play
other
quarterback.
That's true. But if you think about it, the teachings, the game was able to slow down for him. So I ain't saying that Milrow could be like Russell Wilson, Lord. I hope not, actually. But that's why I keep saying if he get the right people behind him, I think he'll be a decent quarterback. But definitely not no first year or second year starter. Like it's gonna be a while.
I can't see it because it's a progression system. Like you go through high school, you get your reps in, you get through college, you learn how to get through your progression. He never learned how to get through progression. He's not gonna be able to learn that at the NFL level.
Right, but
you're supposed to already know how to do that stuff.
Right, but the thing is, like, who was teaching him at Alabama?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I guess it ain't his fault, but the NFL, they paying you money. They ain't gonna waste no time on you if you can't get to your progression.
Well, I mean, not if they don't draft him really high. So that's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about.
So they get like a steal on him.
Yeah, I ain't talking about no first
third round and below.
I'm talking about if they draft him low to where they ain't paying
make him
all
like
this money.
A project they can build.
Yeah, because if they make him a project and then put the right people around him, then I can see it happen. But if the Giants take him with their first pick, bro, they might well prepare for relocation.
You're stupid.
My bad, G.
But let's keep it in the NFL.
He should have came back another year.
Yeah, he should have. He should have transferred and came back for one more year. All right, Julio Jones is retiring. What y'all think about that?
Shit, I thought he did that 5 years ago.
Somebody said they thought he did it 2 years ago, but he finally retired.
I hate he couldn't get a ring. He played with Philadelphia the year before last. If he had just one more year, he probably could have got him a little ring there.
Just think about how many receivers wasted their time with certain franchises that could have been. They still ranked in the top 10. Maybe some still ranked in the top 5 receivers of all time, but could have been easily. I ain't gonna say easily. Could have been top 3 receivers of all time if they was on the right squad.
Yeah, but I think Atlanta was the right squad for him.
Yeah.
It was just the decisions that they made,
and
bro, they had that Super Bowl 28-3. And I know that's Tom Brady on the other side, but bro, come on, man.
Ain't no way.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I think Atlanta was the right team for him. They just mismanaged him, unfortunately. Like they just
And they still doing that to this day. Kyle Pitts going through the
yeah.
same shit.
Kyle Pitts, what's the running back Robinson?
Mm-hmm.
They mismanaging all them boys. So I hate it. You see, they gave Kirk Cousins all that money and then don't know what to do.
That's crazy. Where y'all rank Julio at in receivers all time?
That's a long list.
That's tough. I think he top 10 though.
It's a lot of receivers in front of him. If we being honest, if
I'm
I'm
about to
being
say that's
honest,
a big list. I can't even tell you that.
Let me just throw something out. See where y'all don't have to tell me where he ranked there, but y'all can just tell me like top 10, top 15, top 20. I got him top 10. But you got Jerry Rice, Terrell Owens, you got Larry Fitzgerald, Randy Moss, of course, Calvin Johnson. I'm skipping some of these now. Michael Irvin. I think he better than Michael Irvin. But even though Michael Irvin ain't no joke. Isaac Bruce. Larry Fitzgerald. I think I just said that. Marvin Harrison. Even though his son is wrong too. Torrey Holt. Steve Smith.
Steve
A lot of times you
Largent.
forget about Chad Johnson, even though he probably not have the accolades. But I look at top receivers of all time. He on that list. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Based off this list, Killer. Hold on. Let me count.
I got him in my top 15
because 5. He top 5. I ain't gonna lie to you. Based off this list, top 5.
Let me tell you about Michael Irvin. This is how good Michael Irvin is. Or was, excuse me. Think about the team that was around him. Emmitt Smith has the most rushing yards ever by a running back. He played for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, if Emmitt Smith didn't play on the Dallas Cowboys, Michael Irvin probably would have the most receiving yards of all time. If you just put like a serviceable back there, Michael Irvin will probably have the most receiving yards. So he got to be in my top 10. Julio is definitely in my top 15. I just don't know what spot I will put him in. Now I will say this, and I'm gonna let somebody else take the floor. Chad Johnson is higher on my list than most people think because there's a lot of things he didn't get credit for that he did in this league. Him and Terrell Owens.
Because they didn't like their style as far as they're talking back as far as what they say talking back. Well, go ahead, Kevin. My bad.
No, that's it.
Neat, what you think, Neat?
Yeah, I have to say top 15. That's a lot of receivers.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Top 15.
I mean, I think he could have been top 10. He basically had to take advantage of the situation he had in Atlanta. Other than that, I think he could have did more.
So that's gonna be an ongoing question that about Julio Jones. That's me. That's personally me.
And that says a lot though, because like he did great in Atlanta, even though the situation was bad.
Yeah, and in spite of, so that speaks to him. He's definitely a Hall of Fame. He's definitely Hall of Fame in my book. He might not be first ballot, but he's definitely a Hall of Fame player to me.
Yep.
Because there's so many.
It's so many receivers.
Yeah.
So you even got receivers. It's so many.
Because
like you said, I said Marvin Harrison. You don't hear nobody talk about Marvin. You hear him talk about now because his son playing. But you never heard too many people talk about Marvin Harrison. That's a legend.
Reggie Wayne too.
Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison.
You got to think
Marvin Harrison ran a route on your ass.
Most teams back in the day
Megatron.
had most
Yeah.
teams back in the day had two wide
Same
receiver
thing as
threats
Julio. Yep, that's a good one,
on
Brett.
each team. So
Because I heard Larry Fitzgerald said Julio Jones was the best receiver he ever seen. That's Larry Fitzgerald. He top 10.
Ooh.
But you saying you got Jerry. He ain't gonna beat out Jerry Rice. He ain't gonna beat out Terrell Owens. Well, hold on. They gonna be another.
No,
They gonna
they ain't
be
trying to
hold on.
say those joints.
Hold on. I'm gonna cancel Terrell. Well, he ain't gonna beat out Terrell Owens. Randall Moss he ain't gonna beat out Calvin Johnson. He not gonna beat out. But right under there, that's me personally. He right there.
I ain't got no problem with that.
He's right there.
I know you're talking about
And that
Julio,
saves a
but
lot. All these receivers I'm looking at Chris Carter, everybody. Yeah.
Damn, I forgot about Chris Carter. Never mind.
he ain't lying.
See what I'm saying? Like
He keep going on it.
It just get because once again, I don't know if y'all heard me when I said it, but like you think like back in the day and wide receivers that we remember, you got to think like they was in tandem. It was always somebody on the other side. Like your Marvin Harrison, you got your Reggie Wayne, your Randy Moss, you got your Chris Carter, your Isaac Bruce, you got your Torrey Holt. You know what I'm saying? Like it was, they were in tandem, bro, and you just ooh wee.
Britt
That
made a
saves a
good
lot.
point too, because he cut his career short. Calvin Johnson, he probably ended up being number one if he just didn't call the quits.
Yeah, he definitely.
Boy, got tired of being in Detroit.
Damn,
he
why
called
I
his
say,
quit.
man, I'm sorry. That man
Nee,
said,
he
fuck
called his
this
quit
shit.
in his prime. That's crazy.
That man said, fuck this shit. Hey, y'all niggas ain't worth a damn. And left.
Britt, where you got Julio at, Britt, before we move on?
Me personally, I'm younger than y'all, so I got Julio in my top 10.
Top 10.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
I
There's a
got
lot of
on there,
young
Britt.
receivers that they
Top
say they've
20.
been doing pretty good. I don't know anything about them, but
but
it's like y'all said, so many receivers. There's so many.
I ain't gonna lie, you know who my number one is, though, Jay?
Oh.
And it's crazy. Larry Fitzgerald.
Okay. I mean,
That's understandable.
I understand.
They're respectable.
But hands and just route. Hands, period. He got everybody beat.
Okay.
Yeah, because I
The
feel I
reason
feel I feel old because I seen Jerry Rice play, and I seen I seen Terrell Owens in his prime. Like I feel old, but anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But Terrell Owen was crazy.
Yeah, that man was crazy good, bro.
like when I asked before we
ass.
move on, when I ask these questions, of course you have to give me, of course numbers don't lie. Numbers play a role in championships. It's like an open end question. Like you gotta give me the eye test too. Like who's the best? You see numbers, championship, but who's the best by the eye you see? So that's why like Jerry Rice is the best, but from the eye, Randy Moss was the best. Like that's when I ask that question, it'd be like an open ended question. Just like well, the NBA is kind of different because Michael Jordan is the best. Well, that's an ongoing conversation, but Michael Jordan was the best by the eye too. That's me personally. It's that's me personally. But that you be sitting here all day discussing things from that perspective.
Yeah. They all good and they all right. But
Right.
but Larry Fitzgerald in that championship game they won, that man had took over.
Oh yeah,
that shit was crazy.
That nigga was catching that man. Look, one thing about him, his hands, pause. His hands is immaculate. Like that man, I don't care where you put the pause, man. I don't care where you put the ball at. He gon'
Oh!
Let's just move on. Let's just move on.
It kept getting worse and worse.
Oh, have mercy.
Let's move on to some hip hop. R.I.P. to Young Scooter.
Yeah,
R.I.P. to Young Scooter.
That shit was wild, but
Young, I'm about to say Scooter. Young Scooter got one of the best mistakes that I listened to.
Oh yeah.
So did they release anything else on that? What exactly happened?
Speculation said one of
still
his, I
don't
don't
know.
know, his other girlfriends or girls he was
Mhm.
dealing with, called the police on him, and the police came. I guess they kicked the door in, and he just started running.
Oh, what? He had some shit on him then. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think he tried to jump the fence and he broke his leg and he bled out or something like that. It was so
That what
much
they,
What the
different.
hell?
that what they saying. You know, the whole story will come out later, but that's what they've been saying about young Scooter. So, and that's crazy. You know, it was on his birthday, and he was still young. Well, young Scooter was still in his late 30s.
Yeah, he was like, shit, I think he was my age. He like, never mind.
He was close, late 30s. I don't think he had hit 40 yet, but he around our
No,
age,
he.
a little bit older, probably. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kim.
So,
Yo,
Future. I think Future ain't going to run now.
Future got to
you think
apologize to
so,
Drake.
Britt?
He got to apologize to Drake first. I'm just playing. I'm just
All
playing, man. I'm just
right,
playing.
before we move on, Britt, I'm glad you
Future
pull
started
up
all
Future,
that
Britt.
shit.
Killing the nigga, I ain't gonna lie. I've been listening to Future so much past year. Yeah, that nigga up there.
Mhm.
That nigga wanted to go. Britt told me that. And I went on Future like everybody would. I just started back listening to him. I'm like, yeah,
And
he up there. He
Yeah.
up there.
and the most slept on songs is the hardest.
Yep.
Hey, the ones that you go back, the ones you go back and listen to, like the ones that I missed, they be hard.
What's going on?
Pause.
Yeah.
What's up,
What up,
Dion?
Dion?
What's
Dion been talking for
Right
about 30
answer.
minutes. Ain't nobody say nothing.
Hey, I got to talk to y'all YN. Why they broke into? I don't know.
Oh,
They
dude.
broke in. Somebody broke into Slim Thug apartment.
Oh,
That
that's them.
happened. I
That's
think
them
yesterday.
thug
Apartment.
fault.
What you said, D?
That's them thug fault.
I ain't lying, Nick.
Hey, people just don't be doing this stuff just because. And what he did, he showed like 17 of his cars or some shit like that.
Social media.
Keep that shit to yourself, man. Come
You
on.
ain't lying. All that flexing.
Yeah, they broke in Slim Thug apartment and what they say they burglarized late Monday night. I'm like, man, it's always something.
Damn.
And I think he still live in Houston. Yeah, Houston, one of them cities you can't play around in. Anyway,
Mm-mm.
What happened to his house though? Do you still got that house?
I thought he was. He probably still got both of them, but I thought he was in the house. They said apartment.
Nigga went back up on them damn
Unless he was
phone.
at his house, and then people just watching his apartment.
Oh, that man travel.
Unless they were just watching his apartment. But hey, people would sit there and watch your social media all day. You better be.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yeah. Be waiting on you to post.
And
Y'all
post
hell
and
of a long
a lot of them be
That's
ass.
how
stupid.
that's how some of these rappers end up killed and shit like that.
Yep. That what
It's
happened to
on that
PNB Rock.
Snapchat. Them gonna post their every location.
That
Mm-hmm.
would happen to Pop
Thank
Smoke.
you. Hell yeah.
Oh, I
What
told
was
that what I'm
that?
told one of my partner about that shit. Everything he do, he want to post it on Snapchat. I told him keep me out of that shit.
I don't know
You
why
ain't
they do
no,
that.
you
Post
ain't
their
nobody trying to
location.
rob y'all.
And post their location. I was like, yeah, I better stop posting your location. Even though some people
Game
post their
sorry.
location like 2 or 3 days later, but still though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then some of them they don't care if you tell them or not, and then you had to you still had to maneuver your way around. Just tell them, "Look,
What
post it
Dion?
when I leave. Then post when we leave."
Neat, I got something else for you. Neat probably don't care now. But
Pause.
Mm-mm.
April 18th, Cushion Orange Juice 2, Wiz Khalifa.
Man, just leave the original by itself.
I was finna say that's a lot of pressure, bro. Because
What you say?
That's a
that's a lot of
classic.
pressure.
That music is not the same.
I ain't
You,
lying.
you ain't lying, but I ain't even gonna lie though. I like Taylor Alderdice better though than Cushion and OJ.
That's crazy. I was listening to that like a couple of weeks ago. I was listening to was it Rolling Papers, Cushion Orange, you on Flight School, I think. Cabin Fever.
Ooh, Cabin Fever.
Heavy wood.
Killer, you these old mixtape, like you don't get that. It's new, everything is new now, but you don't get those vibes no more. You know
Junior,
how you wait on the mixtape?
please don't get me started on this. We're gonna have to do a whole podcast on this shit right here because I
Like
was just fussing.
it just still Wiz Khalifa. Like Nick said, Cushion Orange Juice. Come on now. Classic.
Yeah. It's
Cabin Fever.
it's frustrating, man, because let me just say this. You know, we all old enough to understand that these people used to put out classics, and it used to be so many songs, bro. Like they ain't dropped no mixtape with 3 songs on it. They dropped a mixtape it had about between 13 and 27 songs on that motherfucker, and all of them were bangers. And then about 2-3 weeks later, they done dropped something else, or a
Exactly.
month later, they done dropped something else. But these new niggas, bro, these new niggas will
No.
not drop. They will not drop anything, bro. And then they'll make you wait 2-3 years, and then when they finally drop that shit be trash, bro.
I
Straight
mean,
trash,
terrible.
bro.
Because
You know how you
they don't
you
have
just
love for
turn
the
the
music no
mixtape
more.
on and just let it play. You can't do that now.
Can't do
It's
that bullshit
skippable.
no
It's
more.
skippable. It's everywhere.
Yeah. They don't
I'll be fine.
they don't love the music anymore. They just do it for profit now. That's all.
They just do it for profit. You right, Nick.
Mm.
I'll be frowned up listening to that bullshit, bro.
But you can, Nigga, I'm glad you brought it up because you could tell in their music, like Wiz Khalifa and Lil Wayne. Like you could tell that's what they love to do.
Yep.
Like they were just dropping mixtape because they wanted to do it.
Yep.
They ain't care about the money versus the mixtape. Now. It's just like the game. They love the game during that time.
But again, you could tell Wiz Khalifa so comfortable in his own skin, like you could tell like when he drop his music, he be like, yeah, that's it right there. He just going on about that business. He don't give a fuck if that shit be commercial or not. He know he did his thing, he got his money off of it. He gonna do his shows, and he gonna be straight.
Exactly. Because just thinking about it, like I know I used to be up on all the new albums and new mixtapes. Like I can't tell you when the last time I listened to somebody just dropped something I just listened to. I could call myself listen to older stuff. Probably about 3 or 4 years ago.
I'm telling you who's a breath of fresh air.
Who?
Big as the plug.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah. Lord, like listening to him. I've been sleeping on him. I ain't gonna lie, Paul.
Ken, I'm surprised you haven't listened to it. I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah, I heard some.
Yeah, he kind of Kendall style, ain't it, Nick?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, Kim was big on chopping screw back in there. Like this dude got that whole vibe.
Oh, I'm tripping then. Okay, all right, I'm gonna check him out.
Look at him, and he spit though, Kim.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's
straightforward.
Look, he
that's
spit
what
though.
I like, Junior.
I'm gonna tell my wife then. I'm gonna tell my wife. I said y'all on to something, but look. Now I got to ask her. I'm like, how you know about his song? Let me find out that nigga. Let me find out that nigga been coming to Mobile.
And he spit. That's the thing.
Yeah, Kendall, you got to check him out.
Not
like him.
Not only that, he been kind of been doing a little future with country singers.
Yeah.
Shit, word.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Yeah,
hey
he go hard.
Y'all don't put me on something. I'm tripping. Okay.
It's how he mix whoever his DJ is, how he mix it. Like they do a good job.
And
he the only rapper that I know that does that at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay,
a lot of other rappers gonna start catching on.
Big X
but
the
they gonna
plug,
start
right?
doing.
Yeah.
I think he out what, Texas, ain't he? From Texas, from Houston, ain't
he? Yep.
What y'all talking about he do now, Joy?
He know his DJ is good at mixing those he'll mix like an old school sample.
It's not even old school samples. Like you could tell that he grew up with his mom because it's like old TV shows and stuff like that he's mixing in. That's pretty cool right there.
and he's just not like another rapper. They'll mix it up like that. He just throw some bullshit on there. No, he rapping.
You got to check it out, Kim.
Look, and you know what? I ain't gonna
And
even
that's
tell
coming from
my.
me. I don't listen to a lot of rap.
Kim, you ain't never heard Big S Plug before?
Yeah, I heard some of his songs, but that's only the songs that Lori I have on her playlist, and I think I heard him do a what's that shit that
You
on the
probably heard
radar
2
freestyle.
a.m.
Man, go listen to
Uh,
the Deluxe mixtape.
Hey, man, I'm
Mm.
tripping, but hey, I appreciate y'all. Y'all put me on. I ain't gonna give my
Yeah.
wife no credit, but
Hey, look,
uh,
just turn them on, let them roll. Like every song was
okay,
good.
man.
That good looking at that podcast as we speak.
You ain't lying.
yeah. But speaking of him, that might be the only, just a few rappers I probably listen to now that's new.
Mhm.
He's one of a lot of the other rappers stay in prison or jail.
Look at y'all.
They don't
Look
miss
at y'all. Look at y'all putting me on mute. I feel proud.
Mhm.
I'm proud, man. Look at that.
I just be listening to Future all day.
You ain't lying.
I gotta listen to
Some
something
R and
else.
B.
I'm
Find
Yeah,
no
saying.
new artists.
and Kim, as you get older, you got to put on that R and B.
You ain't
That's what I
lying.
be.
Junior, I was
I
listening to
mean,
Case. I was listening to Case the other day.
Oh, Kendall.
I said, God, dog, boy. That man was whining, man. Junior, that
I
man
think
was
I done
begging. That man was begging on
hooked
that
on
song.
country. I think I got hooked on country music.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nick being said, hey, Kim, I ain't gonna lie, Kim. I don't like country. Well, I ain't gonna say I don't like. I didn't at one point didn't like country,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess it's just like hip hop. You gotta find what you like.
Yeah,
And I
it
already
There's some
got a
rolls.
country,
favorite. Junior, I already got a country, one of my favorite country singers already, Junior.
Mhm.
really.
Yeah, Morgan
Hey
Wallen.
man, I'm proud of y'all,
Mhm.
man. Lord been trying to put me on that country music. I keep
Yeah,
blocking her, but I need.
it's a new genre that's being created. It's not fully fleshed out, but it's like it's country rap, country. Some I don't know what they're
Yeah,
gonna call it, but it's a blend.
Hey,
That's why you
me,
seeing so many crossover with rappers and country singers.
yeah.
me and Nate been listening to country since 2011.
You ain't lying. Turn that big green tractor on,
You
Brett, and
ain't
Jason
lying.
all day.
Mhm.
But I ain't know. I been it's just a few songs I like, but I ain't on the heavy like everybody else. I just be listening to
Nigga,
more R and
Hey,
B. To be honest with
Nate, watch the. I'm finna put Kim on another country song.
here we go.
Kim, go on
What's
YouTube.
up?
When you go on YouTube, you ain't gotta put his name in there. Just put in there, buy me a boat.
Buy me a boat.
Yep.
Lord, you know a song called "Buy Me a Boat"? Never mind. Never mind. Everybody heard that, but Lord have mercy.
you. Well, fellas, it's about the end of this episode. Y'all got anything else y'all want to discuss before
Oh,
we
Maurice.
end it?
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Hello, Kendrick.
Dear, you see that
Hello,
pillow, dear?
Dion.
Said that what?
Jerry,
Junior.
You see that pillow?
I see it.
Jerry.
Huh?
That nigga roll matching his whole bed seat.
Hey,
Oh my.
Malone, Britt. Malone.
Hey, and at the shed, too, inside the shed too.
Oh boy. You gonna let Dion get away with that?
Damn,
I'm
Dion, that
finna be
shirt
messing
green.
now, Britt. Watch this.
Dion.
Finna be messing now. Hold on, dear. What Maurice had that heat on out there.
That he'd be out there on 90. Hey, soon he already know how I am. As soon as I walk up in there, he said, "Hold on, dear, before you sit down, turn that heat off." I said, "I'm gonna turn it off anyway."
Dear, because Dear says, boy, turn that shit off.
Gee.
Dion be want to come over there and take over and pop the door open. It be like 23 degrees outside. You got the door wide open. There ain't nobody living in Colorado, man.
I
I'm about to
walked
deal
up
with all
in
that
there.
cold
He
weather.
had he had
We
he had
tropical
big
niggas.
he
We
had Big Mama
tropical
up in
niggas.
there. I had to
We
ask
don't
Big
do
Mama. I
cold
said,
weather.
"Big Mama, you ain't hot up in here?" She said, "Yeah, it is." I said, "Maurice, okay, Maurice."
I got a question for you though,
That
Dion.
girl was burning up. She just ain't want to say nothing.
Yeah, I got a question for you. I've been dying to get an answer out of you since we were little. How you sweat on your nose, not your forehead, like a normal person?
Lord have mercy.
Maurice, mind your business, Maurice.
Hey, Leah. I'm on daddy on the phone. Hey, Eli.
Hey,
Nick,
Eli.
Hey,
Hey, your Uncle Junior. I mean, your Uncle Maurice said, "Hey,
you
Come on,
seen
dog.
the twins yet, Nick?
Nick, watch
No,
this,
I haven't
Nick.
seen him yet.
hey, baby, go put your shoes up."
I'm fan. I'm seeing your picture.
Oh,
Watch this,
Brett
Nick.
stutter.
Watch this, Nick Kendall. Watch this.
Here you
Everybody
go.
gonna get on tomorrow at 8:00.
Ain't
Get
nobody
on
I'm
what,
be
Junior?
I'm be at the game tomorrow.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too, Junior. My son got a
We ain't
game.
talking about no podcast.
What y'all talking about?
We
Oh,
got just that quick.
You ain't heard all them excuses.
Hey, Maury, you heard the excuses?
get on what, Junior?
Brett tell the truth, Dion lying.
How?
My son do got a game tomorrow, Maury. How you gonna tell me?
Cause you lie about everything.
Yeah, my what gonna get on the game? I'm on the game now.
Look at that.
Probably
Look
get
at
shot
that.
up. Look at that. Been having a red suit on since the game first came out back in
I'm
2013.
running this stat, huh?
Look at
You seen that game, Junior?
that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was looking for some haters.
Look at this suit.
Hey,
Look
look,
at
have y'all looked at the market this week?
that.
Yeah,
I've been
I've
looking
been
at it.
Hey,
trying to
Nick,
take a look at
I've been looking at it every day.
Mm.
it.
You better get on. Junior, Britt, Dion, Kim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Get on,
download the
Maury.
app. I'm gonna download the app soon.
Yeah, I got Robin
Hey,
Hood.
buddy.
I already got Ally. I gotta give me a account with Ally. It's already downloaded. Robin Hood,
Okay.
Ally, and I got Fidelity.
Mm-hmm.
KJ, say hey, everybody.
I know
Hey,
one. I
Hey.
just peeped out something, man. We could have spent. I could have spent $1,000. Been
Oh,
up
Dion.
million. But
The
I
way
ain't
the
gonna talk
market,
about that
the
now.
way the
I'm
market
on
went
it.
today, probably could have.
Yeah, I'm on top of it now, though.
Mm.
yeah. Well, y'all need
Maurice,
to join tomorrow evening.
Maurice,
We
you say
don't
something
be
about
on
that
that long. We'll be on
screenshot.
there about 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. All right. Anything else y'all got to say before we end this episode?
So,
Nick, go look at your phone.
Okay, buddy. You can go in your room with your brother
Mhm.
and sister.
That nigga light skin, but
You
Jane,
ain't
that coffee
lying.
too strong.
They're hot. Just that tea.
Yes,
Right
sir.
by the lip.
That
What's
boy
wrong
gonna be up
with
all
you?
night drinking that coffee.
hey,
Nick,
yeah, we know
What's
it,
wrong
homeboy.
with you?
You want to play the
the
game?
one that look like me is Kaya, and the one that look like Lindsay is Kamara.
Okay, not tonight, but it's kind of late. It's time for
Them
bed.
niggas still look alike though.
But who's the oldest?
Junior play too much.
One of
The
them is
one that got the A on the hat.
first.
Yeah, I think is it Kai? Never mind.
Who got the
Yeah.
A's? Kyrie?
Oh, I was stuck.
The Furman came out with Kamara.
Yeah,
Come on.
Okay.
Baby,
Yes, sir.
split seconds apart. You play too much.
You want chocolate?
Man,
You want chocolate milk?
that was a 15-minute procedure.
Mhm.
KJ, you acting like Junior. You acting like Junior right now. You KJ. I'm sorry.
Nigga, look at them eyes.
Mm. Mhm.
Oh, bro, I'm proud of you, bro.
I say that man flexing, bro.
Right in time for tax season. Who claiming?
I can't claim it this time.
Look,
I gotta wait till next year.
I would say you gotta wait till next year.
Oh, they know they got it all figured out, don't it?
Yes, sir.
Bro, you ain't no good, bro. You think about taxes, bro, already.
Yeah, I'm thinking about what I already know what I'm gonna do with them though.
Mm.
It's going on that land, Jerry. Get this house built. I ain't doing all that other stuff.
Already, the boy.
I ain't finna go and spend no money on
Hey,
nothing.
look, brother, I already think about that 15,000 he about to get back.
Plus mines on there.
Listen to
Britt
it.
said I'm winning.
Man, I'm finna
But
go.
yeah, we're gonna have to do a call one day for the market. I can show y'all how to set the charts up because that's the big thing right there. Setting them charts up.
Okay.
We all need to do it so we all gonna be rich.
Mhm.
Randolph. Look.
KJ. Hey,
I
put the
made
check in
50
on
today,
that.
but I
Real
fucked
rich.
off and could have made
There you
more than
go.
that.
Really?
Nigga had to go get something to eat.
KJ.
Yeah,
Philip,
we need to do that ASAP. I've been trying to put it in my head to learn something every single day as far as the stock market. So that's what I've been.
Yeah.
I've been on that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, fellas, we're gonna end this episode. It was a good episode.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, fans. Y'all please like and subscribe to the What Up Cub podcast. Also, remember we all got another channel too, the First Drive podcast. That's coming very soon. Coming back very soon. Talk about all your college football teams,
Martin.
that nature.
March,
So,
look at D on screen.
I'm nigga frozen, ain't
That
I'm
nigga
waiting till you
screen
end the
froze.
wait till you end the recording, Junior.
That cheap Wi-Fi.
so we'll be back next week. I'm gonna
Boy,
end it right
damn,
here.
Brick.
I just had my screen out. Boy, damn, you got some
Look at that.
That man
more
had a
toes,
laugh.
son. Hurt
What
that
just happened?
That thing's still
Oh,
recording.
that was me.
More